By the end of this video, you'll understand why AI is not just making product managers better, it's exposing the ones that weren't very good in the first place. And that might sound harsh, but if you're even slightly nervous about AI right now, then this is exactly what you need to hear. There's this idea going around at the moment that AI is going to completely transform product management, and it is changing things. You can now generate user stories in seconds, build out backlogs instantly, and write test cases, documentation, even roadmap updates. Stuff that used to take hours now takes minutes. And on the surface, that sounds like it should make everyone a better product manager, but that's not what I'm seeing. What I'm actually seeing is this: the best product managers are getting exponentially better, and the weaker ones, they're just getting faster at doing the wrong things. And I've been thinking about why that is, because if I reflect on my own experience, especially early on in my career, I could easily imagine myself using a lot of AI, but going completely in the wrong direction. I remember working on products where we were pushing to get things live quickly. We had momentum, we were building fast, but we hadn't really thought deeply enough about what good looked like. We hadn't defined things clearly. We hadn't documented properly. Testing wasn't where it needed to be. And you only realize that later when things start breaking or slowing you down or creating problems for the team. Now imagine having AI in that situation. I could have moved even faster, built more tickets, designed more specs, got more released, more outputs. But all I would have really been doing is scaling the mess. And then there were other times where we went the opposite way, tried to do too much, overbuilt, spent too long trying to get everything perfect instead of getting something valuable into the market and learning from it. Again, if I had AI at the time, it would have just made things worse. It would have justified this need to define more, to create more outputs before we actually delivered and saw the outcomes and validated, is this idea even any good? And that's the real problem. AI is incredible at execution, but product management has never really been about execution. It's about judgment. At its core, being a great product manager comes down to a few simple, yet really hard things. Do you actually understand the problem you're solving? Do you know what value you're trying to create for your users, your stakeholders, your business? And can you bring people with you, your engineers, your team, your stakeholders, so you're all aligned on what you're doing and why? And here's the truth: if you don't have those things clear, AI will still give you answers. It will still suggest features. It will write user stories. It will create a backlog, but it'll all just be based on some vague thinking. And vague thinking, when you try and execute it quicker and quicker, is still just vague. It's like getting in a car and driving as fast as possible without being sure you're going in the right direction. AI just puts your foot harder on the accelerator. So here's the shift that I would encourage you to make. Before you just start typing anything into AI, before you do that, pause and make sure that you actually ask yourself, have I done the right thinking? Do I understand the problem, the need well enough before I try and get AI to accelerate me? Am I clear on what problem we're solving, why it matters, what success looks like? Because as a product manager, that is your job. Not writing perfect tickets, not generating endless documentation. Those things matter, but they're not the core. Once you are clear on those things, that's when AI becomes incredibly powerful. Now you can use it to challenge your thinking, explore edge cases, speed up execution, and improve quality and consistency. Now it's not thinking for you, it's thinking with you. And this is where experience really matters, because when you have shipped products and you've made mistakes and they've burnt you, they've caused you some scars in your product delivery, then you learn from that and you understand what good looks like, at least for you, at least for the products that you've delivered in the past. And then AI can actually amplify that, which is so much more powerful. That's why the best product managers are using AI more than anyone else, but they're not using it to decide what to build. They're using it to accelerate what they already understand. So if you are a product manager and you're unsure about AI and what its role is going to be in your future and your job, then don't just focus on the tools. What I'd encourage you to do is really focus on your craft too. Make sure you're brilliant at understanding problems, how to create value, and how to bring people along with you. Because that is what the heart of product management is, and that won't ever change. And if you do plan to build those skills, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. I am sharing my experiences of over a decade as a product manager, of how I work in my role for lots of big companies releasing new products all the time. And I'm experimenting with AI tools, and I share how I find them, what works for me and what doesn't on this channel. So make sure you subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on another video soon.